Guys, I have like 1 minute before I have to get back in my meeting, or get into the meeting. It is almost 9, no, almost 10 o'clock. I am late for this. Okay. Let's breathe. I thought we were on day 9. Are we on day 8? Here. I still haven't ripped off my nails. Are y'all? All right. Are you all proud of me? Snow angel, how pretty. Okay, I'll get you out later. Let's get into our meeting. I'm calling HR later. Okay, so this was last week's. I'm not doing any like really crazy spreads because I know if I do that, I'm not gonna actively use this. So I'm doing very minimal, just a bunch of stickers, and then moving my to-do list to the other side for what I need to move. Good morning, everybody. It's day 9 of Vlogmas. Yesterday was so busy, I didn't even vlog. It's funny because one of my followers, which is really one of my friends, I don't like calling y'all followers, especially when you DM me and you like open up about things, but she was asking me basically on like being neurodivergent and in the job world, you know, like in the corporate, or not even just corporate, but just in that world in general. And I kind of struggled to give advice with that because I don't think I've even really solved it. Distance helps me a lot. And like there's so many things that are always going to be unfair. And I just always, hi baby, what are you doing? I do always try to remember that normal, I think I've said this before in a vlog, but come here. Normal people only give slices of the pie while we give the whole pie, and so I work on just giving slices also, which means like not volunteering for stuff, and if something is, you know, unjust, try not to care as much as I would normally care, especially not making things my problem, and I don't know, just staying out of drama in general. And that's hard because every job is different, and I've had some jobs where it's literally impossible because they make it like way too intertwined with that. But it's hard. It really is tough being neurodivergent and having a 9 to 5 or even an unconventional, you know, job. So like right now, I'm in training for this new system, but they also expect us to do all of our normal work. And that's insane to me because it's like even our normal work, we don't have enough time usually during the week. And so now we have even less time. Plus, by the end of training, our brains are just done. So it's not like we can really focus on much else. So I think that's why I'm so exhausted, is that it's mentally draining and it's too much. It's like if you have ADHD especially, you understand if you have an appointment at like 3 p.m., your whole day revolves around that appointment. And you feel like paralyzed until that appointment comes. Hi, Papa. Be nice, Mama. Be nice. Mama. This is what happens when you have cats and everything is a toy to them. And this is why I can't find my mic sometimes. Okay. Okay, there's too much going on this morning. What was I even saying? My fiance brings me coffee every morning. I'm so grateful. I had to put that out there. I'm always trying to give him the credit he deserves for all these little things. Because they're big things, you know? I always tell people, I'm like, I really was just lesbian and he was grandfathered in since I knew him in high school. Because there's no way I would be with a cis man ever again. He's literally the only exception, as Paramore would say. Or Haley Williams, whatever. So as I was saying about work, yeah. Part of me wants to speak up about it, about like the unfairness of time management and expectations, but every job I've ever had has been that way, and this one so far hasn't had much of that as a problem. So this is the first time in, over a year that I've had this issue. So I don't think it's granted since training is only going to be for a couple more weeks. So hopefully this is just temporary. But if it becomes persistent, then I'd have to say something. But that's kind of what I try to do, is think about it and if it's worth bothering with that or not, or just dealing with it. Because it's very much that kind of thing where it's like, okay, they're going to basically tell me to ask our team if anyone can help, which they can't because they're also backed up, or they can give me overtime. But it's like, what if I don't want overtime? I don't want to be here longer than I need to be. Then what? And the team is busy. And then what? It just doesn't get done. And then other people have to suffer for it. And I've gotten a lot better with just being like, well, if they have to wait, they have to wait. For the most part, that's kind of what I try to do. I guess I just try to not take things as seriously anymore. And doing that is a practice, an active practice. And it's so hard. But I promise you, you can do it. It's possible. But I also realize that some jobs make it a lot more impossible. And honestly, I left those jobs. So at some point, I do also think that we have to make decisions, and every decision will have its sacrifices. When I was living in like low cost housing by myself, and I had a really shitty job, I had to just stick it through until I found another one because I didn't have a backup of what to do like in the meantime. So I had to stay at that bad job, but I was actively looking for a different one, and I was actively doing my best to do things like update my resume and have interviews during work hours. If I had to, I would just lie, whatever it may be. You got to do what you got to do, and no job is worth staying for if it's ruining your life. It's just not. I don't care how much money I was making. What's the point of that if I'm just not... What am I using the money on? Alcohol? To cope? Like, no. My allergies are so bad in the morning. Good morning, Mr. Sun. Oh, you definitely wanted to say hi today. Also, Halloween mug on Christmas month. I don't want to do anything. Just for the record, if you guys ever want to make someone famous that's not an influencer, that would appreciate the money and give it back to the community and be less chronically depressed from not having to do a 9 to 5, keep me in mind. Just keep me in mind. If some sponsors out there and you're like, hey, I'll put you on a retainer, I'll give you a ton of money every month, so you could just chill and make a ton of videos and create and not have to work, keep me in mind. just keep me in mind. Okay. Mama. You see the birds? Okay, first and foremost, before we start anything else, Let's do day 9. I think I might just keep them in here until the end of the week instead of switching all that out. Oh, this must be one of the ones that Loki was sitting on. Ooh, that looks cool. Morning frost on Mars. Ooh, I like that. I did get some mail that I wanted to show you guys, and I'll just do the first one that's right here. So if you remember, I had this journal. Well, it wasn't really made for me. Someone made it, and I was just like, I need that. And so I messaged her, and she let me buy it, and I'm obsessed with it. It's gorgeous, and I've already started like adding my little things to it. So it's got some little things here and there. But the same person who made this journal also makes incredible jewelry. I have one more piece coming in, but I got this one from her. And are you joking? This is like a siren dream. I can't handle it. And the combo, right. Amazing. I have like a new addiction to brass vintage clips, page clips, and I got this one and I'm in love with it. There's a crocodile and a whale that I also really want, but so far I just have this one and I love it. So that was on my journal, which I did. I don't know if I ever showed y'all that I redid some of the charms on here. So there are some new ones, but I'll go over that another time. One of the big things that I got in the mail was my new bag, and I am so obsessed with her. I cannot handle how beautiful she is. And it's a Loewe puzzle bag, if you understand. She looks very real. This right here was made by a friend of mine. His name is Moose Knuckle. I think it's Blasphemous on TikTok, but I'll link it in the description. And it just looks so good with the puzzle bag. And normally these are a crazy amount of money, but the people who sent me them has a huge discount, and I'll share that with y'all in the description. But the inside is so beautiful too. I'll grab the camera in a second so I can show you. And it came in like packaging that would have fooled me. This looks way too real. Came wrapped in the box with everything, with the dust bag, the cards, the ribbon. Wild. She is so stunning, and honestly, the stitching is on point. All of the branding is there, like the stamping. Even the hardware has the stamping like it should. It might be a little more pricey than the things you'd find on the fence, if you know what I'm saying. Amazing quality. The zippers work extremely well. You can, oh, and it also has the stamping inside. And the brand tag. It's so pretty. Like, I'm really impressed, honestly. And I could go through this bag all day. I will make sure to leave the information below because they did give me a discount code on top of the sales that they have going on, because they are extremely nice quality bags and probably honestly from the same warehouses that make those designer bags. I got these from the TikTok shop. Literally everybody was telling me to get them because they know how much I love bubbles. And I don't know how I feel about them yet. They're like, I don't know how they were able to do this, but it's basically a one hitter. Like, I'm sure people are not going to be using this for bubbles. But yeah, it comes with the little packet that you mix and then you just dip it and blow bubbles essentially. But it's like you have to dip it every time. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about these yet. And they were kind of pricey. So yeah, I don't know. I also got some clothes from a brand. I don't normally accept clothing stuff because as a plus size girl, they're a little difficult to find brands that fit well, but I figured I would do a plus size test to see how oversized these things really are. That way y'all don't have to waste money on it and I can tell you the truth if it'll really fit or not and all that kind of stuff. So anything I can help other people save money on, I'm down for. And so I was like, you know what? I've seen this brand everywhere. Let me try it out and see how large their large really is and how large their extra large really is. Because I'm usually a 2 to 3X, so we'll see if these will actually fit like they claim. And then if you go over to my Instagram, I am going to be doing a giveaway for the Sula bags. So, and I think I'm going to give the pouch away as well. I think that's everything that came in the mail yesterday. Oh, other than my new iPad case, because I was using this one and I really loved it by Typecase. And then they sent me a pink one. So I have my iPad in there right now. Let's see if I can show you. They're really cute. They work really well. They basically transform your iPad into a laptop. And then you can make it just like a normal sort of iPad if you close it. It's really cute. And it does have a loop for your pen, but you can still just have your pen charging if you want to, which is really nice as well. I feel like the loop is a little more convenient for when you're like switching things around, because sometimes the magnet's just not strong enough if you're not as dainty, which I am definitely not. Oh, I didn't turn it on. Hold on. And I think you can change the colors of the keyboard too, which is cool. I just want to show you guys how there's like no delay when I type. It's really good. And it just connects via Bluetooth, so it's really easy to set up too. And it will give you a little cursor. Okay, I'm gonna try to show you guys some of the clothes that they sent. The one I was most excited about that looks so boring is this hoodie, but it's because it has this plaid hoodie to it and a bow that matches. So it looks like a dark academia cutesy hoodie when you put the bow on. And I was just like, how do you mix street style with that? I thought it was so cool. This one I have my doubts about because this one does not look oversized, but it is stretchy. So we'll see. It came with a tie as well, but they made it look like it's a sweater over a shirt, which is pretty cool without obviously having the shirt fabric under. It has these details. I think the tie is red. Actually, I think I'm most excited about this sweater. It's almost like an off the shoulder. Their brand logos look so cute with this cursive white. And then the stitching is like exposed on purpose, which I like, but the sleeves are really long and I need extra long sleeves with my hoodies or sweaters. I hate when they make the sleeves too short. And then last but not least is this set, pants and a hoodie. I did wear this hoodie all night last night, so can confirm extremely comfy, but I'll try all this on another time. My baby. For the sake of transparency and not being a total hypocrite, I want to talk about today because it needs an update. I was talking about work balance and all this stuff and how hard I try, and today is like a perfect example of how it's always a work in progress because I lost it. Like I had such a bad meltdown, and not during our meetings or anything, even though I kind of let a little bit of it out and I could just sense we were all feeling the same, which is fine. And it used to be the kind of thing that would haunt me for the rest of the day because I'd be like, oh my God, I hope I didn't just make myself look like an idiot and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I said how I feel and it was my truth and that's all I can do. Today's been rough. Being neurodivergent in any kind of job setting is always going to be hard. So I think as long as you just treat yourself with kindness and you're just gentle and validate yourself. My battery died when I was trying to talk to you guys about my job, but just long story short, it was just a difficult day. That's all I wanted to say. I think that all we can do is our best, and there's no magic formula to be neurodivergent in the workforce. It's just difficult, but the less you care, the better. On days like this where my PMDD is about to hit and other people are giving me major anxiety outside of work, it just gets the best of me, and that's okay. I cried. I was, kind to myself through it. I asked Frank for some help and he comforted me. And so I'm just focusing on how lucky I am for that. But I am upset, like I'm not going to pretend like I'm not upset. I've been having some really bad experiences with people online, and it really bums me out because I'm a very genuine, open person, and what you see is what you get. And I'm okay if we fall out of touch. Like maybe we started out close and I don't know, maybe my large audience is all you wanted and you got your numbers and now you're good. Being used is not something I'm not used to, unfortunately. And it hurts, of course, but whatever. I can also understand that we're all adults and life happens and whatever, you know. What I can't excuse is when someone is just an asshole. And it's beginning to be a very heavy pattern in people who use spirituality as like a mask for their toxicity. It's kind of crazy how delusional narcissists are, and because they benefit so much from your lack of boundaries, when you finally have them, they just want to gaslight you and make you the bad person. So they will literally convince themselves that you're a bad person and make you even question your own self just because they have no self-accountability and self-awareness. And it's so frustrating to see because I spent so much time and money on package swaps and pen paling and all these things to try to, you know, make connections. But I'm not going to apologize for my disabilities when it comes to executive dysfunction and being delayed on things, especially when there was no communication about the delays. Like, I wasn't told that it was going to be a big deal because it's normal to have those delays and it's supposed to be something fun. And I've been lucky that everyone I've, you know, swapped with so far has been lovely and I've made some really great friends from it. But I've definitely had a couple that either just ghosted me and never sent me anything and I spent all this money on them just for nothing. Or this most recent one that I had to block because she was just so cruel and mean and it came out of nowhere. And I could just tell I should have just trusted my instinct. And it's always the spiritual people who say shit like, I'm going to send all that bad energy back to you. It's like, you're not spiritual if you're wishing bad on other people. You're just a shitty person. Like it's not your zodiac sign. You're just a cunt. Okay. It's so in line to me with like religious psychosis and just how people use things in general, just as a weapon. People who have never gone to therapy, but they, you know, learn some new therapy words and use them as a weapon. It's so frustrating because you do want people to do better and you see when you don't do as well and you try to be communicative of it, but it's such a one-way street sometimes because I'm willing to have a safe space and talk things through, but when the other person isn't and they're using my sensitivities or my openness as a weapon against me, I can't excuse that behavior. Like I'm not going to allow you to make me feel shitty for asking me to open up and then defending yourself against my feelings. I don't know how to explain it. I'm tired of living my life people pleasing and walking on eggshells for abusive, toxic people. And I'm not doing that anymore. So if people want to hide behind spirituality and pretend like they're good people and they're the victim, they can do that because I'm just not going to be there for it. There's a reason why I have friends of 20 plus years and I have lovely, amazing people in my life. There's a reason why the people that I'm not friends with anymore ended up hurting everybody else as well and getting figured out to be bad people. Like I'm not perfect myself, but the friends I have, they're not coddling me. They hold me accountable. They're not submissive. And most other people who don't want any drama and just want peace, all they're doing is not accepting any challenges from their friends and shutting everybody out of their lives. Like you can't grow without a constant practice of being uncomfortable and having those tough conversations. Your friendships have to be a little bit tough, just like relationships. And that doesn't mean fighting and arguing. I mean, just having open conversations where you can express your pain and be validated, but also be held accountable when maybe it's, you know, irrational or whatever it may be. And I'm lucky that I have friends that can do that with me. And it took a long time to get there, obviously, and nothing's perfect, but the moment I see that someone's using my feelings against me or I'm not allowed to have them, I'm out. Like I'm too old for that. I'm not wasting my time, especially when someone's like 10 years younger than me. I'm way too fucking old for that because I'm just on such another level with my emotional maturity now. And it took me a long time to get there. And I don't want to waste any time with people who still have work to do because I don't want to end up having to do the work for them. I've been the teacher, I've been the mentor. I don't want to do that anymore. You know, I'm tired. Like I want for once to focus on myself and make sure that the people I'm surrounding myself with are reciprocating that energy. Even if that means that we're both understanding of each other's schedules and delays and things like that. It was shitty to deal with someone like that who tried to just come at me for nothing and tell me who I am as a person when they've never even met me. That's wild to me. You guys can't ask for vulnerability and genuine connections and not allow us to be human. I'm trying to tread a very fine line now between staying vulnerable and open and showing who I really am on here, because I do feel like I do my best to do that without many edits, but also now having to protect myself and keep a little bit of a guard up because I can't show way too much without being taken advantage of, and that sucks. I'm trying really hard to find that balance, but today I'm struggling with it because someone really crossed my boundaries and I'm gonna need some time to bounce back and process it. Having to do training plus my normal job, I can't process anything right now. I'm so burnt out. You know what sucks is that I was having such good days at work and everything felt like it was finally coming together, and then it crashed. And I always have this feeling in the back of my head like, this feels too good to be true. It's the calm before the storm. And I'm trying to shake that, but I'm almost always right. Like, am I creating that narrative? Or is that just how it is? Like, sometimes things feel too easy and then they crash again. And it's like, why can't things just be easy, period? Like, why can't it stay that way? Why do I always have to expect that it's gonna get bad again? It's so exhausting, you know? That's how my depression felt for so long. It's like, I finally feel okay. I have my good days, but I know that the bad ones are coming. And it sucks to feel that way. I hope anything I just said made sense. I don't know if it did. And I have so much more to say on that subject because there's so much I want to vent about that happened today. And I want to give you guys a little bit of chisme without like saying too much, you know? But again, I'm trying to find that balance of showing up online and being myself, but also not getting taken advantage of and being maybe too open. And I don't know. I never thought Vlogmas was going to be such a challenge, but damn, it's been a challenge. I've cried enough today, and I feel like if I keep talking about it, I'm going to cry more. So I think for right now, I'm just going to finish work. Frank's going to make dinner, so that'll be nice. And then hopefully I get a chance to just breathe. And I'm excited to show you guys a couple of things that I got myself for my birthday. I used my PayPal credit card like an idiot, as if I don't have enough debt, and treated myself. I'm sorry, you guys. This feels like such a bummer vlog. I want to be able to like vent and talk more, but then I feel selfish. But then it's like, okay, it's my vlog though, or I'm supposed to do that. I wish I could just stop overthinking everything. I'm showing everybody what you made me. This beautiful vegan dinner. However, I said keep the portion light. Chat, is this a normal portion? Chat.
Worked really well. I was doing?
Oh, is it recording? Okay, good morning. I'm tired. Nails are still on. I feel a lot better today, mostly because I took one of those like almost like limpieza showers where I was like kind of determined to not let it ruin the rest of my week because then that person wins. So that's what we're going to try to do, is start fresh today. Even if work is tough, it's okay. I want to record my normal Wednesday video because that's like the only date I've been consistent in on YouTube, I think. But I don't feel like being on camera. But it will have to be one of those days where I film and edit on the same day. And that's going to be tough with training. So I don't know if I can actually do it. But I'm going to try. I don't think I even said that it's day 10. But it's day 10. This was 8, 9. I haven't taken them out of here yet. Where's 10? Okay, I was like, y'all are probably screaming it at the screen, but I couldn't quite see it. Flame Nebula, cool.
What you're gonna do here, there we go. If there is a job aid for deleting products, it has been submitted. So it is something about
The other link, does it?
No, it
Okay.
does not.
Camera was like on here at all. So silly. So Frank knew that I was having a really bad week and he gave me my Christmas gift early. And it's something I really wanted from Granado because I am from Rio, so we call like people who were born in Rio, they call them carioca. Corcovado com Cristo Redentor. This is so beautiful. A lotion, a body wash, and sabonete. How beautiful is this packaging? This makes me miss home. It makes me miss my grandma so much. I'm gonna use this as my new bag. We always make sure to buy a bunch of bird food, whatever. And they're out there right now feasting. But this guy's freaking out. My ring is ready again. So I'm hoping this is the last time. I'm gonna also take my abuelita's pendant that I got after she passed away because it's missing the stone. And I really want to see how much it would be to replace it. My head hurts really bad. Y'all got to see my new baby. I have one more birthday gift coming from Japan. But yeah, I love her so much. I really wanted the black one, but I'm really happy with the chocolate. And we're gonna go now. Blue hole.
Good.
Take it away. Thank you. Try out some stuff I got from a Grabby company, and Rytech sent me these and I love them so far. Especially, honestly I can't even say especially because they're all really nice. I just realized this comes with a coloring book and it's almost as exciting as finding out your dress has pockets. Oh yeah, I didn't even update y'all. One nail started to lift yesterday, so they all came off. My sensory issues, it's so weird because it feels like I don't know how to explain it. Like my hands are tied. You know when you have a cut or your finger hurts and you feel like you can't do anything and then you take for granted having normal fingers? That's to me how it feels like to have any kind of fake nail on, and then I feel like I can't be as productive. My mom made alfajores and they're delicious, and Frank already ate all of his, but I might split this one with him if I'm nice. How cute! Don't know if that's better or worse, but we'll see. No, I'm going over the lines. Quite literally can't see anything, bruv. These are so fun. They're so creamy. They look like a normal gel pen, but they really don't paint like one. It's so crazy. Should I wait for this to dry? Probably. Am I going to? What do you think? Ooh, I was like, I want to see how good it layers, and it layers really nicely. There he is. There you go. Let me show you guys the glitter pen too, because it's so pretty. It's not like you've never seen a glitter marker, but still. This lighting's gonna piss me off. It's so pretty. And then you can use it over the acrylic, obviously. Maybe not. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't mix them. That's how a type B person sees what works and what doesn't.
Expose the cruelty fashion stands up.
Loki, why do you always have to steal your sister's spots? Piss me off. And if you can believe it, it is Friday once again.
And if you can believe it, it's a Friday once again.
I sent this to my boss.
Believe that there are people that would do something like this. It's so sick and twisted, and I feel so violated. I can't believe that there are people that would do something.
What?
Like with somebody at Walgreens. Yeah, I went to Walgreens.
It's really fucking hard to vlog and be on camera at your worst. It's really hard because then you have to edit and you have to see yourself that way. And I'm trying not to be mean to myself, but like, can I just get a break? Sometimes I just maybe it's too much. But that's what vulnerability is about, right? Okay, anyway, I got the most random PR of my life. And this is why I can't be an influencer. Because this is lovely. But all I want to do is figure out how I can incorporate the fact that this brand has racist tendencies and tests on animals. How do I use a free gift to my benefit? Pros and cons. This smells really good, however. It's at the cost of this. You know what I mean? Or do I just shut the fuck up and enjoy things? It gets tiring being so fucking self-aware. Ew. The most privileged take ever. Sometimes you gotta shut the fuck up and enjoy things, right? And I just don't know when those moments are. I feel like the scent faded way too fast. Packaging is really cute, unfortunately. Unfortunately. First off, they could just be poisoning me because this came from a marketing agency. I'm just a sucker. But also, I was worried this was going to be very, you know, like 95-year-old, but it actually smells really good, unfortunately. But it really didn't last. I'm going to try it again. It's day 12. That's so weird, dude. That's so weird. I really hate that training had to happen on my favorite month, because when you have to work and I don't know, like you're looking forward to the weekend because of it, the days go by so much faster, and I really wanted to slow this month down and be present in every minute and aware. But when you have to do all this work stuff, you don't want to be present. So then you just wait for your break. Then you wait for the end of the day. Then you wait for the weekend. And then as soon as you know it, it's 12 days into the month. But apart from that depressing thought, I've been playing with ring combos. I really like this one so far. I know it's a little bit weird, but I like that kind of organic, weird look. I can put it like next to the diamond, but I don't know. I kind of like how it sits above it. And then I did a bunch of other combos. I'll try to see if I can remember to put a picture in here last night, and I was just playing around with it. It was making me happy, so that was fun. I think I've just decided that with my ADHD, I should have just known that, like, it'd be better for me to have a bunch of cheap rings instead of one expensive one. And if I'm gonna have one expensive one, it has to be something classic and simple. There is cat hair all over this, so just get over it. I have been collecting jewelry since I was like 14. I have a lot. I unfortunately got sucked into being a BP rep for those surprise jewelry things. So I have a lot of that too. This is after purging it. The good thing about those is that there's a lot of these kind of styles. And so if I really wanted to, you know, try to see how it would look with my ring, I have a lot of examples to choose from. If I ever don't want to do a normal ring, like I want to leave my diamond at home, I can put on a fun one like this. So that's cool. I actually need to buy one more ring box because I have a lot of rings that are scattered around the house right now. The silver one is full, and so is the gold one. For the record, this is not real gold. It's like plated or whatever. I think all my real ones are in a separate thing. I'll show you another one of my favorites since I have this. And I am going to do a full jewelry tour. I keep getting like that question on almost every video, and I keep forgetting. I don't know. I think it's just because I have so much that it's overwhelming, and I'm not ready for those comments that are going to be talking shit, because it happens. You know, people think I'm... Oh my God. I had a... Okay, wait. Let me show you this first. My ADHD. So it's my nose ring. Get it? And it's from a local artist, and he made this, and I fell in love. I saw it at a little pop-up event that I was at, and I had to have it. So that is my nose ring. It's just pure silver, so this is heavy. There's a video that went viral on like a few different platforms, and it was me showing all of my old tech from when I was younger. And everyone's like, oh my God, you were so rich. Oh my God, you grew up rich and spoiled. And I'm just like, what the fuck are y'all on? First off, those things used to cost way less back then. Second, I was with an abusive ex who worked at Best Buy. So yay for abuse getting me some free tech. And then third, I worked 3 jobs while going to community college as an immigrant whose parents were just trying their best to make it. And they did their best to spoil me. And I'm not going to lie about that. But we were literally like, when we got here from Brazil, I was sharing a room with my little brother in the tiniest apartment you could think of. Boundaries. Long story short, no, did not grow up rich. And the assumptions people make are just so rude and weird. It's just weird to me. Like, we've lost all sense of normalcy and dignity and, I don't know, respect with the internet. Like, we've really just lost touch with just common decency. It's super fucking weird to me. Anyway, if you want to see a couple other weird ones I have in here, I have this one. You know what? My vlog is gonna get a sneak peek, because you guys are like, I feel like people who watch my vlogs actually give a fuck about me. You know what I mean? And that means a lot to me because I have really bad imposter syndrome, and you guys caring about what I have to say is amazing, and I love you and I'm grateful. So I'm gonna try to include as many things in my vlog as I can that's hidden, sprinkled throughout, that people ask for all the time. So this one's from a small business too, and it's real turquoise. Labradorite, carnelian. I have a lot of different stones. Moonstone. In Brazil, we love our gemstones, and so I kind of grew up collecting, like this one's from Brazil, rings with different stones. The tiger's eye one is so beautiful. Hold on. I have other ones that are more kind of kitschy. This one's stunning. I think this is an amethyst in here, and it has a snake wrapped around it, or two snakes maybe. The detail on this one is insane, but to be honest, I don't know, it's a little big, so I don't wear it often. And I have a lot of spoon rings. Spoon rings are one of my favorite things since I was younger. I am a total sucker for a good spoon ring. And the gold, like I said, is mostly costume jewelry, but I have some, like this one is from one of my favorite shops, Sapphire and Sage. They have really affordable gold coated pieces with genuine stone. Like this one has a labradorite in it. Sacred Jewels is also one of my favorites, but they do like live shows on TikTok, and that's how you get it, is, you know, you snag it like that. I'm not gonna be able to fit them all, but some examples. Then I go to random jewelry shows, and there are a lot of Indian sellers, and I love Indian jewelry, and they just have some stunning work. This is one of my favorites. This stone is just, oh my god, it's everything. And I love the mixed metals. You know what? I'm going to show you some necklaces and bracelets too. Let's do it. But before we do that, in true ADHD fashion, let's open this. Day 12, because I will forget. No! I was trying so hard not to do this. Shut the fuck up. This is rude. I just started my period, y'all. I started my period yesterday. What do you mean blood falls? You know what? Fuck you. Fuck you. My bathroom, which desperately needs to get picked up, is full of stuff kind of everywhere. This is where I keep some of my skincare, blah, blah, blah. There are some corners that are somewhat organized, so I have a lot of my bracelets here. This is just a lot easier for me to grab, put on, and put back, rather than those other ones that I've had that are tiered. I love bangles. I love everything. So this will take a while to go through. I will have to do like a full tour. More random ones here. I made these. I make a lot of jewelry, or I used to. Haven't done so recently, but I made all of these, and the inside has some photos I chose with resin. Eartha Kitt, love her. I think, yeah, this one's my fiance's eyeball. And then I think I put some roses on the back, yeah, that he had gifted me. Some rose petals. There's more on Crikey. And then I have some of my necklaces here. A lot of them have been worn and need to get put away again. Inside my closet, I have more necklaces here. More necklaces here with my hoops. I still have not done anything with my earrings that I had to move when I was cleaning. This goes around, and there's earrings all around, and there's earrings on this one too. When I had to move everything from these cubbies to get my bags in here. This is more stuff that I've started to organize that I've been finding kind of sprinkled throughout the house. Someone make me this little dish as a gift. It was like a surprise gift, and I love it so much, and it says Leti's rings. So there's some random ones there, which is honestly why I can't have trinket dishes, because things build up and then I forget I have them. These I get questions on all the time, and anytime I wear it out, people stop me in my tracks to ask where it's from. This is Rochelle Favo, and I don't know if it's Rochelle or Raquel, but she's from Italy, and she does these resin orchids. They're real, and I have more. Hold on. They are absolutely incredible. Some of my favorite pieces I own. Most of the ones I get from her are on the bolo tie style, but she does have some that are just on a regular necklace. And anytime you see these, it's from Raquel, Rochelle, whatever. I made this one too. So there's a few necklaces kind of hidden throughout that are made by me. Most of them are just small businesses, antique mall,
Maybe in the material is on here because they're in. Double check as I scroll down, but recommend like CWT and the clean. Same thing with the vent bottle, right? Everything.
Guys, I'm crying on the internet again. Over a year ago now, I messaged the seller because I was going through my maybe it was longer than that actually, because it's been a while. I had gone through an ectopic pregnancy that I've spoken of here and there. And I felt like this would be the physical symbol of just having that baby with me. Something about it just really spoke to me. Her things sell out really fast. It's like a monthly drop, and she's an artist, and so things just go like that. And I'm pretty sure there's bots that do, you know, auto whatever on those drops. But long story short, over a year later, I was still messaging her, and she agreed to let me pay ahead to have one held, and it just got here from Japan. And I'm just so happy because it feels like I finally have a representation of my baby here with me. And it sounds so silly, and most people won't understand it unless you've lived through it probably, but I got to pick the face and the eyes. It's so beautiful. There's a little tail. It's so much more than a purse to me, you know, a walking work of art. I didn't think I'd get this emotional. Mommy's finally off work. She refuses to work a minute later than she's supposed to. This is the same shirt I've worn for 2 days straight. I've just been home. I'm still playing around with those markers. I like to really try stuff out when I get it from companies before I post about it, so that's what I'm doing. The bag that I was crying about earlier that I'm still shook on, I did not show you guys. This super cute. It says cut and have fun. Now this is gonna wait. I'm gonna have sticker anxiety with that one for sure because I have to wait to see what to do with it. But look how adorable. Now it's gonna be a fight of wearing the mulberry bag and the deer bag. Oh, I also got a mug from my dear friend. She made this for me. I have the most talented friends in the world. Insane. The glazed ghost. It's incredible. If you want to screenshot this. She also sent me a little ornament. It's so cute. I have so many of her little pottery pieces. I want to go to the craft store because I've got my this is gonna be so random. Let me go get it. I ordered some antler sheds from eBay. They're ethically sourced. They're just picked up from the ground. This is what they look like. I really want to make, I don't know, keychains and stuff. I've honestly thought they were going to be a lot bigger, but I have one more package coming that has a bigger one for a purse handle kind of thing that I'm going to try to do. But these will be really cool. There's like all kinds of sizes. We're going to one of my least favorite places in the world, Outdoor World. Bass Pro Shop. It's a very Ron Swanson store. I'm very anti-hunting, so we'll see, but I'm hoping we can find some ethical stuff in a hunting store. What is wrong with me? Resin? Okay. Yeah. I could work with some fake ones for now too. Stop. Blop. Shrug it down, break it down, bop. Boom. True. I don't know. I miss the candy cane. It's okay. Where? Oh, he's so cute. Oh, he likes me. I hate fishing, but I love bait. And do you remember that TikTok I sent you where the girl like makes them from scratch? The bait. It's so pretty. Isn't it kind of weird that they lure in fish with fish? Yeah. I can't tell if we need to rescue him or give him an exorcism. Like, That's crazy. I'm the worst vlogger in the world. We had Chinese takeout and it's gone. I've never been more excited to be on my bean relaxing than I am right now after this week. I didn't find what I needed at this place, so I really wanted a fishing lure. I have a really weird fascination with them, even though I hate fishing, and I figured maybe I can turn these into charms because they're so cute. And he keeps telling me to be careful with the hook because he knows I'm dangerous, so he's gonna have to take those off for me. My snacker got cinnamon pecans. That's for him. And I'm on my period. We got some fudge. This is my Friday night. From the craft store, we have some cord, a bunch of hardware that I needed because it was 50% off. Because I'll be making mostly, I think, keychains. I don't know if I'll make any jewelry, but if I make jewelry, I have plenty of stuff for that. I found this that I didn't need, but another keychain thing. This is a locket. I'm a sucker for any kind of a locket. I just think they're so magical. And this one's so cute. Frank and I got matching bracelets, and it looks like a bike chain. And I think it's so cool. And these were 50% off also. I've done tape-ins before, but these are the beaded ones, but the color is so insanely bright. Let me unpack all this. Good morning, bestie. Welcome to whatever day it is. I want to say 13, so I was up all night making stuff. Got this one. I mainly was focused on just getting the holes. Chill. I don't know if I like this being so long. Earrings. I need to vent. Can we FaceTime for a second? Something I have a hard time with is people who, first off, unfortunately, I feel like the more I'm online, the more I understand people who have bigger audiences and how protective they are of their space, because I've been taken advantage of so much, and I don't know, people will just try to find something wrong as if I'm not a human being with feelings, and that makes mistakes. And it's just really sad to me because it's just like we put ourselves on this impossible pedestal that we don't even reach, but we expect people who are already being vulnerable online to reach it, and it's just frustrating. Something I have a lot of trouble with is my trauma responses with people pleasing and fawning makes me want to ask people and be hyper vigilant, like if something's wrong all the time. And I have a hard time because, you know, growing up with manipulative people, it's the kind of thing where, like, if they know you're mad at them or that you're hurt, they're gonna try harder to like talk to you and be nice to you, but they won't address it or apologize, like that kind of manipulation. Or they'll just stonewall you and wait for you to come to them, and then won't tell you what's wrong until, you know, they blow up or whatever. And I have a really hard time with people who are clearly upset and don't communicate it. It's like, especially online friends, because that's already hard enough to deal with, like the distance and the communication styles being different. But if you're not letting me know that I did something wrong, I can't know to fix it, and then you're just holding the resentment, I'm having to be hyper vigilant and ask you about it, and then I look like the crazy one for asking, even though like you admit that you're upset. It's so fucking frustrating. And I have a really hard time letting people be upset and not worrying about it. You know, like just being like, if they want to come to me, they'll come to me. And if not, that's none of my business. It's not my problem. I have a hard time with that. I care a little too much. And I don't know if that's like selfish because I'm caring a lot about like what they think of me, or I'm caring a lot about their feelings and how they're feeling and if I've hurt them. I think it's a mix of both. And I don't know, I have such a hard time navigating that because I don't want to have to go to people all the time and ask them if something's wrong. I want them to give me the respect like I give them to just communicate it with me, and not after weeks of silence, you know? And I know everybody has different styles of communication, but like Frank and I are very, very much that kind of avoidant and anxious attachment style little, you know, dance where he needs space, I need to talk right away. So to respect each other, I'll like ask him to like let me know, hey, I need some space, but I love you and I'm still here. And then I can self-regulate and let him have the space he needs. Little things like that I think can be really healthy. And friendships are difficult because not everybody sees them as something like a relationship that needs to be worked on, that needs to be communicated. Like people think they're protecting their peace by shutting people out, but all they're doing is just staying in their echo chamber of narcissism and toxicity. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to like avoid conflict all the time and then just not understand when I'm in the wrong. I just want people who are more open and willing to have these tough conversations together without attacking, without being mean, like that safe space of both of you being able to communicate it to each other. And I feel like that's so rare nowadays because people just want to, nobody wants to practice the difficulty that is the uncomfortable conversations. People want it to be super easy or superficial. And I don't think that's how you get really deep, meaningful friendships. That's coming from someone who has friends of 20 plus years. I've had to maintain long-term friendships that have gone up and down many times, that have gone through a lot of crazy shit. And I've let go of the ones that I realized I needed to let go of. And I've kept the ones that deserved more of that energy that I was giving the wrong people. I struggle with people who, especially the ones who are very like kind of ageist about things, because it's like, oh, you're pushing 40 and you're still acting like that. And it's like, we didn't have the resources that people have now. We grew up, like I just got diagnosed ADHD, like on the spectrum with ADHD, CPTSD, OCD, and severe anxiety and depression in my early 30s. I had to just suffer my entire life being bullied and beat up and treated like crap and not having the resources I needed for my education to thrive and survive. And like, I've been on survival mode my entire fucking life. And yes, some people learn later in life. Why is that something to be shamed if they're actively trying to better themselves? So I understand getting frustrated that someone's older and they're still acting like that if they're not actively trying to change. I get that because I've had to deal with people like that, especially in my family, because you have to grieve the relationship you wish you had with them, and that sucks ass, especially when they're someone very close to you. There are some people out there who are genuinely trying to do better, but they can't if they're not allowed to. And I feel like that's the hard time I have with friendships, is a lot of people just want that superficial easy shit, and I'm too much of an overthinker. I want the depth of that connection, and it doesn't have to be tumultuous and negative. Like, I think I'm an extremely positive person to a fault, where I'm a little naive sometimes and I see the good in people more than the bad, and it kind of puts me in a bad spot. But I do think that there are people out there who call things negative that's not negative. A lot of toxic positivity. Like, they'll call something drama when it's really just you communicating how you're feeling. And that gets me. That gets me really frustrated, because it's such a frustrating thing to be misunderstood and have to learn how to communicate as a normal person when you're neurodivergent. But on top of that, the games that people who are neurotypical play, the lack of self-awareness and the lack of like accountability, it's just really frustrating, because then it feels like a one-way street. Like, why am I always being accountable? Why am I always doing the emotional labor? Why am I always trying to fix things and things like that? So I have to, I think, first off, learn to just not be as open as I was being, unfortunately, online, because I just tried really hard to be closer with people, and that energy just wasn't reciprocated after, I don't know, the glamour of my numbers wore off. Like, 30K on TikTok is nothing, but for someone who has like less than 10K and they're trying to come up, that to them is a lot. And they ask me questions about what I do and like how I do it and stuff. They get information out of me and then they dip, and that's fucking shitty, dude. That's so shitty, especially because I'm not doing this with like intentions of like growing. And so I schedule posts and here's my content calendar. I don't do that kind of shit, but I try my best to give advice. I've been really hurt, and I know I'm on my period, and I'm gonna try not to cry because I've been crying on camera a little too much. But I've been really freaking hurt. It messes with you because it's like when I was in an abusive relationship and that person makes you feel like, am I the bad person, and they alienate you, and that's part of it. That's part of how they get you. It hurts when people do that kind of thing. It's so hard for me to, like, I literally had someone who doesn't even know me who's never met me a day in my life and only had a conversation with me like twice on Instagram tell me that I'm a bad person. And that shit gets to me. And I wish it didn't. And most of the time it doesn't. Most of the time I'm okay. You know, I get hate comments here and there. They're random as hell and they're always about something stupid. And I can usually let it go, you know? But when it's about who I am and my character, it gets to me just because I know what I've been through and what I've struggled with and how people have treated me and the trauma I have from it. And I would never do that to someone else. And I've tried so hard to make sure that anyone who ever feels taken advantage of, that they have a safe space and protection with me. And it just gets taken advantage of so often. And it's really hard to stay soft in such a hardened world. And sometimes I feel like maybe that's what's wrong with me, but I also don't want to change that, you know? I don't want to let people make me shrink. Sometimes my inner child is just, she just hurts. I need to stop because I'm spiraling a little bit, so I need to get myself back together. It's good to have these conversations and I'm proud of myself for putting myself out there like this, but I need like a break, you know? Frank is out getting stuff to make breakfast, which I'm so lucky I have him, and he's just so incredible. So I'm gonna try to just clean up, just regulate and breathe. I thought it was the 12th. 13th, I mean. You're way behind. Vlogmas day 13, so I was right earlier. I didn't feel like putting makeup on, so I only did my eyes. So I'm feeling a little bit insecure today, but it's okay. We're gonna go to the antique mall to cure my sadness. I forgot to lint roll myself. I also really need to do my hair because my roots, and I hate this color to be honest, but my roots are grown in, and I have the extensions I need to put on, so I need to match those to the hair, which is super annoying. And everyone's driving like a psychopath today, but that is Texas. Hold on. Cut. He said he was gonna make it on the first try. Oh, wow. You got the Megan knees. Okay. I have the worst migraine ever. So we had to leave the antique mall, but look at these trees. We found this super random place that's by an office building, and it's so cool. And it has delicious coffee. And I got a croissant. And there's this cute little area. No, it's closed, babe. Yeah, it's the beans' fault, for sure. Oh, I like these leaves. Oh my god, they're so cute. I need some. Do you see them? They're so cute. Are you kidding? Hold on, I'm picking up leaves. Okay. Those trees are so pretty. Oh, you. Oh! Of course I didn't record when I did get it. Yes, I'm recording. Oh! It's the wind, babe. Pack it up. L. Or Leti. I'm scared. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for a bean haul. We're on the bean and there's a haul. Hair dye, because I got to do my hair tonight. And I didn't want to go to Sally's, so I just got box dyed. Don't come at me, I don't care. I found these really cool compasses. Handmade. At the antique mall. This postcard, because I thought it looked like Frank. I thought this would be cute for my wedding journal that I want to have. Well, I have it, but I need to like fill it in. Oh, and this. I think that's pretty much everything I got at the antique mall. I didn't get that many things. But yeah, I found this as well. Half price books. I got this set of journals. To be honest, I almost like the back more than the front, but I thought it was really cool that it has a back and front illustration. Books wise, we got Razor's Edge, Merry-Go-Round, Selected Letters, and a little Sata. I read Nausea when I was very young and it messed me up. I need to reread it. Not in a bad way. It didn't mess me up in a bad way. It was just, he's just one of those authors. I literally have all of my records and my books archived in an app, and I'm trying really hard to keep up with that. I also found a Smithsonian magazine and a Life magazine on Bob Dylan. These were like $2 each. And the reason I got the Smithsonian one is because there's an article with the Paris catacombs, and I needed this for my journal. I also got this for a friend of mine that likes Overwatch as much as I do. 2 different press-on sets. I did bring back those leaves from the park. One more thing that I got off eBay. You guys know. I bid on this and accidentally won. It's a freaking mousetrap that holds your little papers, like Post-it notes and stuff. And this is solid brass, so I got a really good deal on this. She's perfect. Follow up. Tried the Chanel perfume. This sucks ass, my friend. This doesn't last at all. It didn't even last the first like hour of the day. If you own this and you actually like it, let me know. Maybe I need to try the real one if this is not the real one. If this is fake, this is a really good fake. I think it's real. I want so bad to find a dupe for the Scout Dixon West's Incarnate perfume, because I had bought that before her controversy, and as soon as it came out that she was like a right-wing crazy, I returned it. But unfortunately, it's one of the best perfumes that I've ever owned, and I don't buy a lot of fancy perfumes, so maybe that's why. But if you know of a perfume like Incarnate that's not by a right-wing crazy person, then let me know. I'm gonna archive some stuff now, and the 2 main apps that I use is Discogs and BookBuddy. I downloaded Libid, but I haven't actually used it yet. BookBuddy is the one I like just because you can search for books online too. My collection's a little crazy. The only crappy thing is with some of the vintage ones, like this one, I have to type in the number. It finds your books. Is this the 1971? I don't know. Then when you're out and about, you can search through your library and then you can see if you already have a book or not. Some of you might not have that issue, but I do. Okay, quick, you have 3 seconds. Where's Frank? If you said getting us dinner, you're right. My hair is developing. It's actually 3 colors and I mixed it all together. So we'll see how this turns out. Just another experimentation as usual. I haven't opened the Advent Day. 13. Golden Mist. Ooh, okay. So we have 1 more and then we can do this week's swatches and I'll replace that row with the new row. Yay! This is just a mental note for future me. If you ever watch your vlogs, which hopefully you're not, because girl, why? Don't buy box dye. It will just turn it brown. It'll ruin all of the deep fry that you did on your hair. I actually had dark hair for years and years and years recently, but then I went lighter and I've been enjoying being lighter for once in my life, and now I'm back to being dark. Extensions are not matching the hair. Did I use the same hair dye on both things? Yeah, I did. I guess chemical reactions are just different.
So that's what they call like the roads.
Damn.
They call them IEDs too.
Some of Jessica's more concerning outbursts involved her harassing the local familiar, doesn't it? Still, Rita was determined.
I really wanted the catacomb photo that's here. But look at the other side. It's a little Ottawa.
It's believed that Jessica knocked Rita to.
Good morning, it's day 14 of Vlogmas. My bangs look insane. Frank made biscuits. And we're playing Overwatch. I need to take my meds. Day 14. Where are we? Here. Oh, Maven mission. I need to mail all the giveaway winners. We're doing it. We're adding more red. Here's how the extensions are looking. I think I'm going to start editing today, so I don't know if I will. Here's what the color was before. Do anything else for the vlog. But if I don't, we love you and thanks for watching. Say bye, Stinky.